Good morning.
Morning.
Where's your key?
Not my house anymore. And please, don't try and talk me out of it.
Well, where did you sleep? In the car?
If I'd slept with you, it wouldn't have solved any of our problems.
Oh, might have helped us forget them for a bit, though.
That's not the point.
I thought it was. My mistake.
There are other things to consider.
Yes, but they're not so much fun, are they?
You know what we decided?
You decided?
All right, I decided. I'm moving out.
Yes, so I see.
Well, I can't seem to change things while I'm here, so there's no point in staying.
Bill, what is it you want to change?
It's just that for a long time now, I've felt the odd one out in our relationship.
There's only two of us.
Oh, no, there isn't.
Come in.
You see? There's you, and there's Hannah, and there's Joe.
Oh, come in. Are you deaf? Oh, no, not that.
Yes, and of course there's Guess Who. And then there's me, way down at the other end of the scale.
Yes, so you said before.
But nothing's changed. It's still true.
I can't help it if I've got children.
But you don't seem to realise that you treat me like one of them.
Shall we discuss this over a boiled egg and soldiers?
When we first got together, I let you make most of the decisions. Well, I had to. I knew nothing about family life. But now, because you're so used to making decisions for them, you're trying to rule my life as well.
Is this because I told you to ring your mother?
No, well, actually, yes, that is a very good example. In one breath, you told Joe to write to his Auntie Prue and me to ring my mother.
But you hadn't spoken to her for a month.
Faith, I am not your child. I do not need to be told when to pick up the phone.
You tell me what to do.
No, I don't.
All right, you don't. But I wouldn't mind if you did.
Tried telling you what to do, you'd send me to bed without any tea.
Oh, please, come on. I'm not some bossy old cow with no sensitivity. That's not fair.
Faith, I have to tell you this, otherwise I'd just feel totally emasculated.
Don't they give you an operation for that?
Even Hannah and Joe think of me as one of your children. I got home late the other night and Joe said, "Where's your note?"
Maybe if you'd set yourself up as a figure of authority instead of a mate, they might treat you differently.
How can I be a figure of authority with you telling me to wash my hands before dinner?
Well, how come you've stuck it for so long, then?
Probably because I'm afraid to ask for the bus fare to run away from home.
Got any more shampoo? All right, Bill. Hey, you two made it up then.
All the Ed McBains are mine.
I don't want them anyway.
I'll leave you a year in Provence.
I'd rather you didn't.
Where's my complete book of pasta?
I've eaten it.
Oh, Billy Liar. I remember when I first read this.
No, that's mine.
Don't be ridiculous.
It is.
This is my book and I can prove it.
That's rubbish.
It's got my name inside. Look.
Write it in invisible ink, did you?
Well, somebody must have rubbed it out.
Oh, please, who? The Demon Librarian. That is my book.
No.
That's my Billy Liar.
Look, this is the original paperback. I remember buying it.
Oh, like you remember writing your name in it?
I know I put my name in it.
I think that rather proves it's not your book, doesn't it? As your flaming name is not where it mysteriously is supposed to be.
Well, you wouldn't read it anyway.
Who says I wouldn't? Don't you tell me what I wouldn't read. Joe might like to read it.
Joe? All he can read is the football results.
I might like to read it myself this evening. After all, you won't be able to interrupt me, will you?
No, I shall be at Richard's, reading.
Put it back, or I'll...
Oh, you'll what? You'll what? You'll fine me.
I can't believe you're being this petty about a book.
My book. Oh, it's all right. There's another copy.
That's mine as well.
I'm off then.
Oh, Bill, can you bring me back a copy of Vista tonight?
Well, the thing is, I'm not coming back tonight. I'm leaving. Your mother and I thought it would be wiser to live apart.
Yeah, I heard.
Did you?
Because you feel emasculated.
Well, that's only one aspect of a much wider area of discussion.
I think you're right.
There's no right or wrong.
In this house, Mum's right and everyone else is wrong. It's the way we've been brought up.
Well, I'll be staying with Richard for a few days.
Oh, yeah? All boys together?
So I'll see you when you come to work at the bar.
And I can report back to Mum that you're consoling yourself with a blonde in a microskirt.
I am going there for rest and recuperation. A bit of peace, no interruptions.
But you get that here.
Hannah, this isn't a joke.
I know. I'm really sorry you're going.
Thank you.
I'm amazed that you ever moved in the first place.
I was lured here under false pretenses. Your mother told me you were both about to leave home.
Well, we did, for a bit, and we will again.
This afternoon?
Look, I can't afford to move out until I save up, and Joe never has any money anyway.
Yes, well, just keep an eye on your mother.
Make sure she doesn't overdose on Barry Manilow and Cadbury's Flake, you mean?
I have to leave. You do understand, don't you?
I understand. It's not me you're leaving.
Hey, that's my Elmore Leonard. Morning, Richard. Can I just drop these off? I'm a bit late.
This is a sad day for romance.
Please don't make it any harder.
How's Faith?
Claiming custody of the paperbacks.
No tears?
Look, I finally made the break. I don't want to talk about it.
Right, well, this might be fun. You and me, the lads.
I just want a quiet life, Richard.
2 free agents. Blow the cobwebs off the little black book.
Oh, yes. And you a married man?
Well, not for much longer. The paperwork started coming through. Takes ages from there.
Dulwich?
Oh, no. Marjorie's white water rafting down the Orinoco. Just came this morning.
Good grief. Very nice.
I hope you've packed a black tie.
I am not going to a dinner dance.
I thought we might have a little light supper tonight and then spend an hour in the casino. I feel lucky.
Well, if you like, but I warn you, I'm not very good company at the moment.
Missing Faith.
I've only just left her.
That hasn't answered the question.
But the answer is I don't know. At the moment, I just want to get back to work. Can I take these upstairs?
Oh, Bill, don't forget. A wine tasting at lunchtime, a selection of presumptuous Abyssinian Chardonnays.
No, not for me, thank you. I'm flat hunting.
Oh, there's no hurry for that. It'll be good having some company.
Thank you, but I think I better keep busy.
I understand.
Good morning.
Oh, I'm afraid we're not open yet.
I'm Joanna Whetstone. Whetstone Wines. The wine tasting.
Oh, yes, yes, of course. I'm so sorry. Do come through.
I've got everything you need in the van.
Well, not everything. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was extremely crass. Please, forgive me.
It was extremely flattering. Although I don't usually accept compliments before my first cup of coffee.
I'll plug in the percolator.
Joe, wait for me.
Why?
I'll walk up to the corner with you.
Well, do you have to?
Why not?
It would be embarrassing.
Do you ever clean your shoes?
Right, that's it.
Okay, sorry. Look, I just want a quick word.
Well, why can't you do this at home?
Walls have ears.
Yeah, and shoes have tongues. So what?
Look, you've probably noticed there's been some changes at home.
Yeah, we're back on the semi-skimmed. I'm not having it.
Between Mum and Bill, I mean.
Oh, not that again.
Bill's left.
No, he hasn't. I saw him this morning. They were in the bedroom together.
It's not what it looked like.
That's a good one. Next time Mum catches me with a girl, I can say it's not what it looks like.
Bill's staying with Richard.
What, you mean he's moving out for good?
I don't know, but it seems pretty serious.
Well, at least we'll get some decent meals again.
But Bill's the best cook in the house.
What? Pasta and pesto and rubbish. We used to have sausage and beans. And whatever happened to chips? Catch you later.
Look, I'm telling you this because Mum's a bit fed up and she might get upset about things.
So what's new?
So don't give her a hard time and be a bit sensitive.
Do you know you got a spot coming? A really evil-looking one. Just there.
Thank you for listening.
Are you ready for the features meeting?
Darling.
I am not your darling. How many more times have I got to tell you?
Oh, lots more, I expect.
Careful.
I feel expansive.
This will expand somewhere else.
She's a lovely girl, isn't she? Joanna.
Who?
Joanna. She organised the little wine tasting at Richard's. Low alcohol, of course.
Are you sure?
Absolutely so.
Liza, get off.
I can sit where I like. I'm the editor.
Not for much longer if you're going to be like this at meetings. You're already in trouble with Duncan after the way you behaved on the management training course.
She's forgotten all about it.
Managing directors do not forget. He is still in physiotherapy.
It's lovely and warm in here, don't you find?
No, I do not. Heaven's sake, how did you get into this state?
Well, I was perfectly fine until Richard offered me a small port.
Southampton?
I don't really feel like an editorial meeting. I think I'll just whiz over to Jasper Conran for a quick peek at his new collection.
And what am I supposed to say to Duncan?
Tell him I... Oh, dear. Suddenly I feel a little weary.
Not here. Come on now, walk around. I'll get you some black coffee.
You always were so good at times like these.
Yes, well, I've had plenty of experience.
I think I'll just have a little lie down.
Duncan.
Bill, have you seen Liza?
She's out, I'm afraid.
You play beautifully, Richard.
Rather melancholy, I'm afraid.
Were you thinking about Liza?
You know, Mystic Meg said that I would find love beside a piano.
Who's Mystic Meg?
She's an astrologer. Wincingly accurate. I'm a Libran. Don't tell me. You're,
I'm a skeptic. I believe you make your own fate. You can't expect piano to come along whenever you need it.
Didn't do me much good today, and I poured her enough drinks.
I noticed.
I thought I'd slain the dragon of desire, but I had to discover if she was repressing some feelings for me.
In vino veritas.
Didn't work. She just started abusing my staff.
You're obviously a very caring person who has suffered pain.
Well, remarkably, that pain is beginning to ease.
Liza does seem a little flamboyant for you. I think you need somebody who understands the sort of man you are.
And what sort of man is that?
You're so well-groomed.
Oh.
And tall.
Yes?
And very,
Dependable.
very attractive. You've got a sexy smile.
Are you feeling all right?
Never better. This is Joanna.
Oh, yes, Liza's told me all about you.
How is she?
Horizontal. What's she been drinking?
Everything.
My fault, I'm afraid.
Did you tell her it was low alcohol?
Well, I may have been economical with the truth, but I wanted her to relax.
Well, she certainly did that. We've had one hell of an afternoon.
I'll just go and freshen up before we go, Richard.
Before we go where?
Joanna and I are having dinner.
Oh, I thought you and I were going to the casino.
Plans have changed.
Well, that suits me. I've had a terrible day. I shall just heat up a single portion of cod mornay and go to bed early.
You're staying here, then?
Yes? Well, you seemed thrilled when I told you this morning, remember?
I'm not going to go and see Faith at all?
No, I'm not.
No luck with the flat hunting?
2 condemned hovels and an overpriced broom cupboard. It is not easy. Look, if I'm not welcome, just say so.
Bill, you're welcome to stay for as long as... Move in tomorrow. Sleep on it.
And where do you suggest I sleep?
But I may want to do some entertaining.
Well, give me a quid and I'll go to the pictures.
Smart shirt in next. Can you lend me a tenner till I get paid?
What?
What's the matter?
Nothing.
You didn't seem too bothered about Bill moving out at first.
No, I wasn't.
But you're really hacked off that he's blown you out, aren't you? Well, I remember how I felt when Gina moved back to Italy.
How did you feel?
Oh, well gutted.
But you never said.
Well, that's the danger, isn't it? It's not a good idea to keep these things to yourself.
Isn't it?
No, you have to do things to take your mind off it. Hey, do you fancy going dog rating?
Thank you. No, actually, I wasn't crying about Bill.
So what was it?
I was watching This Is Your Life.
And Bill phoned you in the middle of it?
No, I was just watching This Is Your Life.
Who was it?
Oh, that cricket umpire.
Which one?
Oh, I don't know his name.
Oh, what did he do? Thump Michael Aspel?
No, but, his family came on, his nieces and godchildren, and it was just, well, all these old cricketers and everything.
But you hate cricket.
I know.
Oh, give me string.
He was such a nice man.
terribly dark. Perhaps I'd better hold on to your...
Oh, please do. Right behind.
Oh, my God! What the hell is going on?
It's Bill, isn't it? I recognise your temper.
Sorry about that, Bill. Trying to be quiet.
Not very hard.
Do you live here as well? You didn't say, Richard.
Well, I'm just putting Bill up for a day, or so.
Sorry to wake you, Bill.
Yes, well, you could have fooled me.
Oh, Bill's used to young people crashing in at all hours.
I thought I'd got away from all that.
Can I interest you in a small espresso with a little something on the side?
I think I've had quite enough excitement for one night. Good night, Richard.
No, don't go, Joanna. Bill doesn't mind. Joanna! Joanna!
Well, put the light out!
Harriet, isn't it?
Hannah.
Oh, yes. I knew it was something plain. Have you come about the cleaning job?
No.
Oh. How's your mother?
Fine.
Is she? Only I understand that Bill has left her. It hurts me deeply to admit it, but it's possible that I was the unwitting instrument that helped him shape his decision.
It's nothing to do with you.
Are you sure?
Positive.
So what are you doing here?
Waiting for Bill. A bit like you. Except I haven't been waiting for years.
I never wait for anybody. It shows an unattractive desperation.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
So, have you come to plead your mother's case? Is she slumped limply in the suburbs with nothing but her memories for company? Still, I'm sure she's had enough rejection in her life to cope with another setback. How often do you exfoliate? You don't have to live with an unsightly blemish, you know.
Is that why Bill divorced you?
Somebody to see you.
Hannah?
Uppish sort of girl, isn't she?
What did you say to her?
Offered a little advice, that's all.
Hannah?
God, she's such a cow.
What did she say?
I wouldn't bother to repeat it.
Something happened?
No, why?
What are you doing here?
You can't talk at the wine bar, everyone's earwigging.
What do you want to talk about?
Mum,
Oh, yes.
she's being a pain. Come and see her.
Look, if you're the peace envoy, I think you need to work on your presentation.
Sorry. I had a speech all prepared, but Liza just blitzed me out.
Well, try again.
Well, she's sort of given up. She's lost all her spark. She's not working. I can't get her to go out or do anything.
What do you expect me to do?
Well, could you just ring her?
Hannah, this is as hard for me as it is for your mother.
It's pretty hard for me as well.
Well, I just can't belt round there every time she feels a bit fed up.
Why not?
Because we agreed to part. We need time to see if we've made the right decision.
Well, I don't think it is.
Not for you to decide.
So you won't then?
No.
This is turning into a flaming awful day. And there's nothing wrong with my skin.
Oh, black magic has me in its spell. Hello, black
You've
magic.
been in there an hour, Richard.
Icy fingers up and down my spine. That same old...
Richard!
Is she here?
Who?
Joanna.
No.
We're eating in tonight.
In where? The flat?
That's the plan.
Oh, what happened to you and me, Bill? Free agents, just like the old days, Bill.
How could I ever have dreamt that Joanna would enter my life?
Look, Richard, I've had a long, hard day at the printers. I just want a quick shower.
I won't be long.
You have been long.
I can't take any shortcuts.
Well, try and take a couple, otherwise I'll be out here till midnight.
I have a reputation to maintain. Joanna said I was well groomed.
Richard, one of the things that drove me mad at Faith's was that I could never get into the bathroom.
I can see how irritating that could be.
You should try it from this side of the door.
This isn't just about the bathroom, is it?
No, I was mugged in my sleep as well.
That was an awful thing to happen.
It certainly was.
But she forgave me.
Well, don't.
I think you're so edgy because of Faith.
Oh, do you?
Why don't you pop round and see her?
Yes, that would suit you just fine, wouldn't
I
it?
just want you to be as happy as I am.
Then get out of the bathroom!
Not too much, is it?
Yes, and it's mine.
It'll fade.
Not before she's passed out.
Just got to cut the old toenails.
What sort of an evening is this?
Who can tell? Bill, would you spend the evening in the staff room?
What?
It would be helpful.
Oh, why don't I just sit in the kitchen? That's what I used to do when Hannah or Joe had commandeered the sofa.
That's not a bad idea. Just don't burst in without warning.
Where have I heard that before?
Good. Well, that's settled.
I might just as well be at home.
Oh, Bill. I wasn't expecting you.
Who were you expecting?
Hannah thought it would cheer me up.
It hasn't.
Everyone,